How's it going today, everyone? And it seems like the gaming industry and gaming journalists will always hate their player base. Yes, as retarded as that sounds, they hate the people that give them money. Why, you ask? I have no idea. You would think you would appreciate your customers and treat them well so they can continue supporting you, and we have a mutual benefit. Great content in exchange for good money, lots of money. But for some reason, the gaming industry literally hates their audience more than any other industry. And we are going to look at a post from r/GameDev. Yes, it's from Reddit, that degenerate websites for losers and rejects of society. Reddit is retarded, but it's good content to laugh at. And here it is, and it says, "Am I allowed to say this? I kinda hate gamers." Then why are you in this industry? Why would you be in the industry when you hate your core audience that you're nobody really has to do anything. But you love gaming, I assume, because you're making games, but why do you hate the people who love gaming as well and who's gonna fund your company and keep you alive? It makes no sense. Well, let's just continue reading this. "I'm a professional game designer and I am worried that I'm starting to hate gamers." Watching the gaming events on YouTube last month with the chat on was an extremely disheartening experience. Not sure what that's exactly referring to. Not sure what event was that, but whatever, let's continue. "Every time a character that wasn't a cis-het white man," oh my god, they really using these fake ass words. Cis-het, so just normal. That is normal. There is no word called cis. That is a slur for people who aren't mentally ill and pretend to be something that they're not. And het? You mean normal sexuality? Because heterosexuality is the only normal sexuality. Homosexuality is a personality disorder. If you're gay, you are not normal. So why do you have to come up with slurs for people who are not fucking mentally ill and not weird? It makes no sense. But whatever, let's continue. "Every time a character that wasn't a cis-het white man appeared on the screen, the chat will fill its messages calling the game woke or complaining about DEI. I mean, what do you expect at that point? The industry, every industry is getting spammed with DEI and diversity, and it's annoying because you're spamming a portion of the population that's only 13%, when majority of the country is white, majority of the West is white. So you would think that would be the majority of content, whether it be games or entertainment themselves or the advertisement for these many different companies. But they're pushing this shit, and it's obvious at this point because nobody was paying attention to it 10 years ago. Nobody was counting to see how many black pixels are in this game. How many black people are in this movie? Nobody was saying that before because it wasn't a focal point. Now these companies can't stop talking about it, and it's getting obnoxious because you're getting spammed with it, with the content itself and the people behind the content. They just won't shut the fuck up about it, and now people notice it. Blame the companies that are pushing this shit, not the gamers. The gamers just want a good game and don't want to be talked down to. But let's continue. "Every game that wasn't a shooter or a hyper casual competitive online game garnered and boring comments." I don't necessarily believe that. Gamers like a whole bunch of different genres. Maybe it was just a coincidence that a shooter game was the only thing that looked decent. And to be honest, a lot of games in nearly every genre look like shit these days, especially from AAA companies. I stick to independent games. All these games look like shit to me. But competitive shooters are extremely popular, so of course people are going to be more excited for that versus other genres. Again, I don't know what showcase this comment specifically talking about. If I did, I can kind of see if the games were shit, but I don't know what he's talking about. But every event has shit games because video games are trash these days. And then I checked Twitter, and it's just people complaining that the new Metal Gear Solid 3 remake is not yellow enough. I have no idea what that means. I don't think he's talking about agents, is he? I don't think so, but let's continue. "People telling me there are right ways and wrong ways to beat Elden Ring." He misspelled it because he's a retard who's having a mental breakdown. And there's no right or wrong ways to beat Elden Ring or any Souls game. It's different ways of playing the game, different play styles, different magic, armor, I don't know what the hell he's going on about. If you beat the game, then you beat the game. I don't see how there's inherently a wrong or right way to do it. Just play the fucking game if you like the game. If you don't want to see someone's take about it on Twitter, then don't use Twitter. Get off the fucking website, retard. If it bothers you that much for someone to say, hey, maybe this item will be best for this boss. Maybe this weapon will be better. If you don't like someone saying that, then log off of Twitter. You don't need to have a fucking mental breakdown about it, but whatever, let's continue. And people hating on the new Dragon Age trailer because the trailer doesn't match the tone they had imagined for it. Well, it doesn't match the previous games. It's not about they just imagine something with no substance. No, they looked at the previous games and then they see this new game and it looks like fucking cartoon Fortnite for children. What the fuck do you expect? Why get mad at someone because they're expecting the sequel to have the same art style as a previous fucking game? How is that something to be mad at? Like, imagine you were watching like an anime and just out of nowhere one episode came out and it looked like fucking Rick and Morty. You wouldn't be watching the same show, dumbass, because you were expecting the same art style from one episode to another. So why is it magically a bad thing when it's about fucking Dragon Age? Like, what game just drastically changes an art style like that? I can't think of an example. So of course people are going to be mad because they had something in mind, and what they had in mind is what they saw in the previous fucking game. Man, I swear to God, game developers are just whiny bitches, entitled little fucks, man. Y'all are so annoying. Y'all cry about everything. You have the easiest fucking job on the planet. You don't do much, just sit on your asses all day. And y'all still just bitching. It's pathetic. I just have no sympathy for people in the tech industry. Your jobs are not that physically active and you still fucking crying all the time. You're entitled little shits. This is what gets you mad. That people were expecting the game to look like the previous fucking game and you're crying about it. Whatever, let's just continue on. I've seen many people implying that the MC in the Fable trailers is ugly because she is. She looks fucking hideous. But whatever, continue. Ugly because it's a self-insert of some random level designer working at Playground who they have not deemed not fuckable enough. Well, the guy in question was a guy. It was legitimately a fake man. It was a trans pretender gender. Of course he's not fuckable. That's why he's playing pretend to get attention. It was a self-insert. He looks just like the character. And why would that be surprising? We've seen it with Insomniac Games and Mary Jane. That's a self-insert from an ugly bitch who works at that company. So I really wouldn't be surprised that other companies would do the same thing and probably have done the same thing. We just didn't notice. Because most people don't pay attention to game devs. They pay attention to the games. The Fable character is ugly. So stop being fucking gay about it. But let's continue. I don't know. It's just the internet magnifying negative voices, I guess. Doing what it does best, but it's making me real tired of gamers. Well, then you need to get the fuck out of this industry. When gamers outrage about something, what do you think that means? It means we don't fucking want it. So that should tell you that you should do something else and listen to what people actually fucking want so you can make money. I don't know why that's so hard for you people to understand. Give people what they want and you will get money. It's not that complicated. You're just entitled, obnoxious, politically biased bitches. And that's why you're mad. That's why you hate gamers. Because gamers like something and you don't like that gamers like it. You rather do something fucking ugly and gay that nobody asked for. And after reading this post, it makes me sick of game devs. Because this shows how you fuckers feel. We knew this behind the scenes. We mostly knew this with games journalists. They hate gamers as well. So it doesn't surprise me that game devs are starting to hate gamers as well. Because you're all in these fucking bubbles like California and Seattle and New York City. So you just get mad when people outside of those areas don't have the same opinion as you. That's your fucking problem. And if you get mad that people don't buy your gay ass game because all you do is talk about diversity, go broke. It's just that simple. And I have no sympathy for activist trash wanting to invade all these different industries. Whenever someone like you says something like this or something similar and make a game, I ain't never fucking buying it. There's no way I'm touching any game made by anybody who even says anything close to what you're saying. You guys are ungrateful, you're fucking stupid, you can't keep your personal beliefs out of your entertainment, and that's why entertainment is falling apart in every industry. Gaming, comic books, movies, you name it, these people can't just keep their own personal beliefs to themselves. And they got rid of all the people who can. This quote-unquote cis-het white male retarded ass term, they were the ones that got kicked out. They were the ones that built up all these franchises in these different industries. These companies threw them all out and brought in a bunch of diverse, talentless trash. And that's why entertainment is falling apart. So it is what it is. Fuck game developers. You guys are ungrateful pieces of shit.